folks, thank you so much for your patience. Looks like we have pretty much everybody on the call, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to thank all of you for joining today's webinar. As you know, the topic is our home search mobile application, as well as our full real estate portfolio. We're going to quickly walk through these items, as our presentation today should only last about 20 minutes. I want to be very respectful of your time. If you do have questions, by the way, I do encourage you to go ahead and ask away. Go ahead and send them via the chat tool, which is located on the right-hand side of your screen there under the GoToWebinar toolbox. So my name is April Dozon. I'm the National Client Services Manager here at Classified Concepts. I'm really, really excited to show you today's offerings because you know what, folks, I really understand your business very well. I think you're going to be very excited about today's call, and you know, this is because I've been in this position for a couple of years, but prior to this role, I was in classified advertising. I was the classified sales manager at the Denver Post, and prior to that, at the Rocky Mountain News for 13 years I was there. So, you know, again, it makes me very excited having a passion for your industry, understanding, you know, that you do have challenges in terms of, you know, growing your audiences, especially growing younger and new audiences. And, of course, being able to supply your advertisers with a multimedia package and supplying them with, you know, the next best thing to get, you know, foot traffic or whatever the case might be to get response for them. And then, of course, bringing in revenue all at the same time, right? So, you know, again, I just think that you're going to be excited about what you see today. So let's go ahead and get started. I think you're going to like what you see. So our home search mobile application, you know, really is a one-stop shop. It is our premier real estate application. You know, we've had different mobile applications in the past for the real estate category, but I don't think any of those mobile applications exceed the abilities and the features and functionality of our home search app. So let's go ahead and sort of walk through this new mobile application. So our home search application is really your one-stop shop, okay? This is to be inclusive of all of your real estate listings, including your homes for sale, your new builds or your new construction listings, your rentals, and of course, we do offer standout features for open houses so that users can very easily identify whether it's rentals, resale, no matter what it is, what properties are holding an open house. So the user launches their mobile application, and then they simply check, you know, whether they're in the market to view rentals or if they're in the market for resale or homes for sale. They can go ahead and click to get started, or they can turn on their filters function, and then they're taken to walk through some advanced search options, and that would include things like the ability to search by bedrooms and baths, price, of course, the type of dwelling that they might be interested in, radius, and in the rentals category, of course, we make sure that the user can thumb through the list of amenities that are available to them. And then, you know, understanding that over 80% of folks who move stay very close to the area that they already reside. And so our search by GPS location functionality is very popular. This is something that, you know, if I'm out and about, I'm running errands, or I'm at my sister-in-law's house, you know, or a friend's house, and I realize, gosh, you know what, this is the area that I would love to move, that I would love to live in. And so I can go ahead and I can launch my GPS search and go ahead and take a look. Are there any homes for sale or any rentals that are available right now in this area? And heck, I've got a couple of hours to kill, so maybe if there's an open house going on, I might go and check that out as well. So we love that functionality, and I think users today definitely appreciate that. So once the user sets their search criteria, they can then browse their search results from a list, just like you see here. Or they can go ahead, if they prefer, and take a look at the map view. Now, you can see there's a couple of different colored pins. The orange pins represent our rentals, and the blue pins represent properties that are for sale. If the pin has a white dot in the center, that would represent an open house. So very easy for the user to identify those open houses. Lots of fun features and functionality in this mobile application, and some of those would include, the ability from the listings page where they can check the routing box to receive those driving directions to the property they're interested in. The user can also select particular listings and star those as their favorites and check out only their favorites, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a second. Also, you can see that the open house icon is very prominently placed, very visible for users. We understand that open houses need that foot traffic, and so they need to be visible, whether it's on the list page, the list view here, or like we pointed out before, on the map view as well. So once the user clicks on a particular listing they're interested in, they can view details of that particular property, including a full description. They can see those full screen photos. They can also contact the seller. They can take a look at the advertiser's website and view other listings perhaps that are available. Also, you can see here that there are numerous kind of icons that allow the user to navigate through the mobile application in various ways, so let's talk about that. If they click on the phone icon, they can contact the advertiser very easily by phone. They can also contact the advertiser by email when they click on the envelope. When the user clicks on the globe icon, that means that they would like to view the listings on a map. And then they can easily, as you see here, they can click to get driving directions. And also, last but not least here, folks, is our sharing component. We make sure that in every component, every program that we create, there is a very valuable sharing component. We make sure to keep them viral and make sure that the viral aspect is top of mind. So the user has the ability to share via Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, Messenger or email. And, I think that's critical today, because if I know that my sister-in-law, for example, if I know that she's looking for, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in a gated community, or she's looking for a home, in my community, and so I'm helping her look for a property, well, heck, I'm going to share, I'm going to tell her, hey, I saw this listing, check this out, this is, right up your alley, and she'll go to probably check out the property. Not only that, but she'll probably want to know where I got this information from and then want to download the mobile application, right? So, some very great features keeping the viral aspect top of mind. We talked before about how the user can go ahead and star particular listings as their favorites. And so when the user launches the mobile application, they can just view their favorites by clicking on the star icon upon launch. Then they're taken in to view via, they can check it out on all the listings from a list, just like we looked at before. Or they can click on the globe icon, and they can go ahead and view all of their favorites from a map. And then also they can very easily get those multi-stop driving directions to those properties that they're interested in. And we are all about time savers. And guess what? I mean, so are your readers, so are your users, right? So this is a great feature. From the settings page, the user goes in and they can sign up to receive those email alerts, notifying them when a particular listing meets their search criteria. So this is great. This means I don't have to check back, right? You're going to let me know when the listing becomes available that I'm interested in. I don't have to take time to keep checking in with you. So it's a great way to keep your users engaged. Last but not least, I want to point out that all of our programs incorporate sponsorship opportunity and a lot of value to incorporate in that sponsorship. We understand through all of our previous clients, everybody who is a partner of ours right now, we have learned one thing, and that's for sure, and that is that the biggest opportunity for you to gain that ROI is through selling a sponsorship or multiple sponsorships. And so again, we supply you with the value needed to keep those sponsorships engaged and perhaps, coming back for more. At the bottom of the screen, you can see that there's a 320 by 44 banner that's located, follows the user throughout the mobile application. We'll talk about the opportunities in the online vertical as well as the print portion of the program as well. There's a lot of value for sponsors, guys. Now, I would encourage you, we just had a basic overview of the mobile application, but gosh, there's a lot more to sort of play around with and check out for yourself. So I would encourage you to go ahead and download our demo app, and all you have to do, folks, is text HS, just like home search, HS app to 52732. Once you do that, our technology is going to automatically identify the type of device that you're on and walk you through the download process to go ahead and get that demo going. Now, I want to point out, this is exactly how you would promote this to your readers. We supply you with a keyword, text, ABC, for example, to 52732 to download our mobile application today. And that's what your message would read. And we want you to keep this simple. We want this to be inviting for users to want to download the app, to want to play with you. And so, the simpler the better, I think. So anyhow, I just thought I'd point that out. So included with the real estate mobile app are the companion online locator maps that we provide. Now, I want to point out, the real estate mobile app is inclusive. It is a one-stop shop. It's inclusive of all of your real estate listings. Now, when it comes to the online component, we understand that there's greater opportunity for you if you have separate online locator maps. If you perhaps have, depending on, if you sign up for all 4 programs, let's say, well, then you'd have a new build map, and you would have an open house map, you would have a rentals map, and you would have a resale map. And we just understand that that's where your greatest opportunity to make the most money is. That's perhaps the greatest opportunity to keep users engaged as well when it comes to the online. And so today, I'm not going to walk you through all of the online components, but I am going to go ahead and walk you through our open house online locator. Now, keep in mind, all of our locator maps look very similar and have very similar features, but the difference being in the rentals category, there is, again, those amenities that users can go ahead and search through. So I just want to point that out so that you do realize that's really the only difference in the locator maps. So the user can email the listing out right from the home screen there. They can also send the home description to a cell phone. Now, whether they're emailing or sending to the cell phone, to their own cell phone, or to share with someone else, that's up to them. So they can go ahead and share. That's a sharing feature as well. They can also get driving directions and check the box up there to go ahead and add this particular listing to their route. And then again, a time saver. The ability to remember the shopper's last search results, right? So just giving that, we know what you're here to accomplish, Mr. Home Seeker, and you're welcome back anytime. This is a tool that I love. So basically, once the search criteria has been established, the user can go ahead and enter their email address or their mobile phone number in this pop-up box, and then they're notified again when any listings meet their search criteria. So I love this, again, because especially, if I come to you, for example, on a Monday or even a Tuesday, and I come to you because, hey, I need to move, I need to find a place to live, and I'm coming to you because I have a need, and I think of you as a resource. Well, heck, if it's a Monday or a Tuesday, you might not have inventory just simply because your ads don't start coming in maybe until later in the week, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's when your ads come in, usually for the weekend. So the user doesn't care. They don't know that. They don't understand that. They know they came to you for a need, and you don't have the inventory to help them. So chances are you could very well have lost one of these users due to that when this particular feature brings them back to the site. So again, keeping your users engaged and coming back. And then some very easy tools here in terms of driving directions and just making sure to get people, to the doorsteps of the properties they're interested in. And so the system automatically saves the user's last start address, which can easily be reset. The ability to send the driving directions to email or cell phone, again, whether that's yourself or someone else. The user can select multiple open houses. You can receive those multi-stop driving directions. Just understanding a lot of times folks don't want to visit just one open house. They may want to make a day of it or an afternoon of it and visit 2 or 3. So multi-stop driving directions are included as well. The planners out there would appreciate this, display total distance and approximate drive time. So, just some very easy, simple tools that help folks get, again, to the doorstep of hopefully their next home. So what about print? Well, we understand that, staying ahead of the digital curve and providing your advertisers and your readers with these digital components, it's a must. It really, really is. But also, a Burrell Associates study that came out late last year, suggests that print remains critical for newspapers and is expected to represent 80% of the total revenues in the foreseeable future for newspapers. So, we definitely encourage you, while incorporating the mobile application and the online locator maps, that's a must. But of course, being able to supply your readers with a full multimedia offering is key, understanding that everybody consumes their information in different ways, print, online, mobile. So here you can see I've sort of chosen a couple of different examples here. The newspaper on the left, they have more of a photo gallery offering, right? They've got their full color box ads that have the corresponding map and the pins, within the map below. And then I love the fact that this is an informational piece. This is not just an advertising piece. This particular paper has partnered with their local association to provide content that's very meaningful, whether I'm looking to buy or sell, a home or right now, or rent right now, or not. This is really valuable information for anybody. And so this reaches out, obviously, to the passive reader, the passive seeker. And then the newspaper on the right, I really like to point this one out and use this as an example, because it just shows that we customize our programs based on your needs. They're totally customizable. So if you have, perhaps 4 or 5 areas of town that you'd like to highlight, just like this here, you can do that, and you can incorporate multiple maps into your program, highlighting those up-and-coming areas or what have you. And then I love the fact that they know that this newspaper has incorporated multiple sponsors. Look, they have 4 or 5 sponsors here, 5, 6 maybe sponsors here, and that's because they know that there's value. There is value in this program, and so they are able to incorporate multiple sponsors, of course achieving then a very successful ROI. So also I want to point out that included with your program, we are your mobile partner, whether it's mobile apps or texting. And so we incorporated text for more type components in our programs if you should want to take advantage of it. And so the user would then, simply text your keyword to 52732. They could then go ahead and take advantage of some great texting features, such as, the ability to get the full property description, see multiple photos, get those turn-by-turn driving directions. And then, features that real estate agents really like, I think, are things like, the vanity photo option, just being able to put a face to the name that perhaps folks have seen all over town. Also, a link to the agent's website to view their other listings, and the ability to very quickly contact that agent should you have an interest or any questions in a particular listing. And I would encourage you, again, go ahead and check out this texting demo. You can text House 1 to 52732. Again, that's House 1 to 52732. So really, folks, last, I really want to thank you. And, I want to remind you that at Classified Concepts, we are really not just a Maps and Apps partner. We're constantly creating and building on our programs based on your needs and, of course, your clients' needs and your readers' needs and, your front linemen, their feedback, your salespeople, right? Their feedback is very important. And so we are constantly changing and building our programs based on that feedback. I shared my background with you, and other members of our team are former newspaper advertising executives. And so, we really believe that this plays a significant part in how we are building our programs. And, of course, how we service our accounts. We understand your business very well. We have a passion for the industry, and we believe that our products help you to succeed. So last here, I want to share, thank you for joining us today, and as a huge thank you, we want to extend a special offer to you. For joining today's webinar, you get special pricing through the month of July, and I would encourage you to find out a little bit more about that. You can reach out to Peter Sproul. Peter is our National Sales Manager extraordinaire, and he is very happy to help. Peter can be reached at peter@maps.com. That's peter@maps.com. Please let us know if we can be of any assistance, if we can answer any questions for you. And again, I just want to thank you so much for attending today's webinar. It means a lot to us, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thanks again.